Hey family, it is ThickChickVlogs. Please make sure you start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button. Head on over and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The names are all ThickChickVlogs. And if you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and let's go ahead and get into this video. Hey, what's going on family? It is I, ThickChickVlogs. I am sitting here in the car because I just came from shopping. Also, I want to say before I even get this video started, I have a miniature giveaway that I'm going to be doing on my second channel where somebody will be winning this pink blazer with the gold buttons on it that I picked up thrifting. I can't fit it, and if I could, you best believe a bitch wouldn't be giving them up a wager. But I can't fit it. It's a size 10, but it was too damn cute for me to leave in the store because I can definitely see somebody rocking that with some jeans, with some heels, or some boots or something. It's a super cute sweater. So if you are a size 10, head on over to that channel. Make sure you're subscribed because you definitely will have to be a subscriber. I also will be giving away 2 Hello Kitty wallets. So if you're interested in those types of things, go ahead on and head over to my second channel. I want to say shout out to 1814 Dreaded Head. I stopped at Dunkin' Donuts and I picked up me a mocha culotta. A mocha culotta. Yes, girl. Mocha culotta. When I tell you this shit is off the motherfucking meat rack, bitch. Bitch. You just don't motherfucking know. Look. But let me go ahead and get started on this video because y'all already know that I'm long-winded and all this type of stuff. Also, okay, we family, and you guys know I tell you all the time that I am an open book. Okay, I am a completely open book. And if you guys remember when I did the collab with Miss Redbone 2010 about the basically how to tell if your man is cheating on you, there was this young lady who shall remain nameless. She said that I can say her name, but I really don't. I don't really want to say her name because I really don't think that's important. But she hit me up on my Facebook page and she told me that she's going through a situation with her fiance, and she said she really does think that he's cheating, but she doesn't know what to do or how to find out because she's one of those types of people that he has kind of sheltered, if you know what I mean. Well, I'm going to explain exactly what I mean. Basically, she told me that he doesn't want her to work. She doesn't have a car. Basically, all she does is sit in the house all day and do nothing. She doesn't even have, she has children. I think she said she had 2 kids, but they're in school. So it's not like she has to stay home with, you know, children who are underage, you know, under preschool age or anything. She actually has her children that are in school, and she said she actually wants to go to work. The fucked up thing about it is she said she is just so in love with this man to the point where she just can't leave him because he is just super duper controlling. I understand that sometimes you have those men or whoever who really honestly and truly like to go by the biblical thing. They like to be the one to provide and all this type of stuff. They like to be the one who is the head of the household, and they want the you know, the old timing wife, the type of wife that folks had back in the back day where, you know, your grandmama and them, they just was in the house all day because they had 13 kids. Hell, they had to be in the fucking house back then because they couldn't afford no daycare, literally. So they had to be in the house back then because they had so many kids back then, you know. But she was saying how he doesn't want her to do anything, basically. She doesn't even drive. So let me, okay. Like I said, I'm an open book, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit of something about something that happened to me a while ago. Before I met the juice man and all this stuff, let me take another sip of my culotta because I'm going to fucking need it for this. So, I was dating this guy, and when okay, you know how when you first get with someone and it's like, I mean, it's like you in a fucking dream. You know what I'm saying? It's like this person is everything that you ever dreamed for. Of course, now, you know, after that situation, I was a little bit more cautious when I got in relationships with people because that right there taught me a huge lesson, and you're going to see why in a second. I got with this guy, and he was like, you know, I'm the type of guy I want to, you know, I like to take care of my ladies. I like to do this and I like to do that for you. And you know, it kind of threw me off guard at first because, you know, I'm an independent woman. I never had a man who felt like he just had to do everything for me. You know, I was working, you know what I'm saying? I had just met this nigga. I think we was talking for like maybe 2-3 months. And then he used to buy me like all these expensive ass gifts and, you know, want to pay rent and all this type of shit. And, you know, at first I was kind of like, shit, cool. You know what I'm saying? But then it kind of threw me through a loop. I was like, okay, something ain't right about this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So we get to talking and all this good stuff. And like out of the clear blue sky, he would just literally accuse me of, he'll call my phone. Just say for instance, he'll call my phone and I'm in the kitchen cooking and I don't hear my phone ring because it's in my bedroom or something. Oh, you got a nigga over there. I mean, it like within like the first 3-4 months of us dating, he did this type of stuff. Super duper controlling. And then he got to the point where he was like, you know, you ain't gotta, you know, do this and you ain't gotta do that because I'll take care of it for you. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, is this nigga trying to handicap me to the point where my thing is, this nigga, you weren't even my fucking help. We weren't even really in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Not for real, for real. We was talking, we was dating, we was hanging out, we was kicking it. But nigga, we weren't even really in a relationship like that. So you trying to fucking pay rent and car notes and all this type of stuff already? But I realized he was doing that shit so he could kind of cripple me to the point where, you know, it'll almost be like I had to have it. But let me tell you how I found out this nigga was full of shit. He got so to the point where, like I said, I could tell him I'm going to a birthday party with Sally. You know, just throwing a name out there. I'm going to a birthday party with Sally. I ain't never met her. So I'm gonna need to meet her before, you know, and he dead ass fucking serious with a straight face. You know, I'm laughing because I'm thinking the shit funny, and I'm thinking the nigga joking and all this type of stuff. I'm talking with a straight fucking face. He like, I ain't never met her before. So, you know, I'm gonna need to meet her before you go here, and here. I said all of that to say this, honey. Look, I understand that your man wants to provide for you. He wants to be the head of the household. He wants to do all this and all that for you. But the fact that this man doesn't want you to work at all. He doesn't want you to fucking drive. He wants to do... My thing is this. Okay, he want to do all the driving. But what's wrong with you having your own little car? My thing is this. What I want you to ask yourself is, I understand that he wants to be the head of the household. He wants to take care of all the bills. He wants to take care of you. He wants to take care of the children. Nothing wrong with that. But let me ask you this question. Ask him this. What's wrong with you? You can still help. He can still pay all the fucking bills. If he want to pay all the bills, he can still pay all the motherfucking bills. Okay? But what's wrong with you going to work and making your own coin to be able to do what you want to do with it? Okay, to the point where he don't have to give you money to go get your hair done. He don't have to give you money to go get your nails done. He don't have to give you money to go out with your girlfriend's hair. The way you talking, like he don't even let you go out with your damn girlfriends. Like he don't let you do shit but sit in the house. If you're not doing it with him, you can't do it. Now, there's a difference in being a controlling person and being a provider. You have some men who don't want their women to work, who want their women to be crippled, so he'll feel like you can't leave him because you need him. You know, you have a lot of people like that who will want a woman to not work, sit on her ass, and basically be broke. And only, my thing is this. I would never want to be in a situation to where if I needed some money, I would have to go and, baby, can you give me $20? Now, there's nothing wrong with that for people who are in, who it works for. Who are people who are married and, you know, they've been in these relationships with their men who want to be the provider and, you know, he handles the finances and all that stuff. But as for ThickChickVlogs, I don't give a damn how much money my man make, okay? At the end of the day, I want my own coin. There is nothing wrong with a man wanting to provide for you. Absolutely nothing. Do not misunderstand me, ladies and gentlemen. I am not saying there's anything wrong with a man wanting to be the head of the household, a man who's wanting to pay all the bills, a man who's wanting to take care of the kids and his woman and do all of these things for her, do the things that a man is supposed to do. Not saying anything is wrong with that. That is a great thing. The problem is when a man is so adamant and so against a woman getting a job just because she wants to have something to do. Okay, even if it's just a little part-time job. The way that you sat there and told me how he don't want you to do nothing at all, even though you ain't even got no kids at the house. He don't want you to go nowhere. Basically, when he at work, he know where the hell you at because you can't drive, okay? You can't drive, you ain't got no car, and he doing that shit on fucking purpose. Plus, you told me, you know for a fact that this man worked from this time to this time. Okay, you know he worked from this time to this time. You say he be coming home, 4 and 5 hours after the time that he got off. Claiming he worked all this overtime, but y'all having all this financial difficulty. That's another thing. If he's working all this damn overtime and all this type of stuff, but y'all still ain't making ends meet, that's another thing. If you're not making ends meet, if he wants to be the provider of the household, what he's going to need to do is provide, okay? And the way that you're talking, like, he claims y'all ain't got this to pay this, y'all behind on this, you behind on that, but he don't want you to go to work. That's because, sound like to me, like I said, honey, look, let me take another sip of my shit. Let me take another sip, goddammit. What it sounds like to me is this nigga wants you in the house, because he know where you at. He know that you don't know where he at, okay? You know he go to work because y'all got some income coming in. But at the end of the day, he know, okay, if I get off at 3, I know she at the house. She can't go nowhere. Okay, so she can't go nowhere to be riding up and down the road looking for me. Okay, so of course he wants you sitting in your damn house, and he don't want you to have no car. Okay, you told me that you had to sit there and you had to beg one of your aunts to go and pick up your baby from school because this Negro didn't call and said, look, I'm gonna be working some overtime. I'm gonna be going over another bitch house fucking her, because that's probably what he was doing. Because he could have easily called you and be like, look, baby, I gotta work some overtime. Go ahead on and call Betty Sue, your auntie, and tell her she need to come pick you up, take you up to the school to pick up these kids. But no, he didn't even do that. What he did was probably left work, went over this bitch house, got up in some poontang, and forgot to call you. That's what happened. Or probably just didn't give a fuck. And then you're young. You're only 24 years old. You're 24. And you have a baby. I think you said your child is in the kindergarten. No, you didn't say you said you're 24. You have a baby who's in kindergarten. I want to say you said 2nd grade or something like that. Kindergarten and 2nd grade. So I'm not, I'm one of those types of people that I'm a firm believer in. If a man wants to be the head of the household, if a man wants to be the provider of the house, he wants to take care of all the bills, he wants to take care of his woman, he want to be the breadwinner. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, baby. I tip my hat to you. Okay? I tip my hat to you. I commend you. Because that is what you are supposed to do as a man. But when you want your woman to do absolutely nothing, and you're struggling, you want her to do absolutely nothing. You don't want her to have shit. You want her, whenever she needs something or wants something, she got to come and ask you for it. And hell, half of the time you don't have it because you're having all these financial troubles, but you don't want her to go and get a job. Honey, I understand that you're in love, but baby, well, let me tell you, you headed down the wrong motherfucking road, boo. You headed down the wrong road. You headed into a lifetime of pain. If you this miserable, okay, you're not even married to him yet, y'all just engaged. If you this miserable, engaged, you need to reevaluate your situation. Now, I'm not telling you to break off the engagement. I'm not telling you to not marry this man. I'm not telling you any of that. But for you to have hit me up after I posted that video of how to know that your man is cheating, and for you to have all of these questions and be so, depressed the fact that he makes you sit in the house and not do anything. He doesn't want you to do anything. And you ain't got money to go get your nails done. If you want your hair done, you ain't got money to go get it. Hell, if you want to go buy you a damn cheeseburger, you got to ask him for the money to go get you a cheeseburger. Baby, that ain't life. I'm telling you right the fuck right now. It's not life. Like I said, at the end of the day, the juice man, let me tell you a little bit of something about the juice man. The juice man, he he gives me, I'm just gonna keep it real. That man go to work, he give me his whole fucking check. Okay, I be sitting there like, damn. He gives me his whole motherfucking check. Just no problem. Baby, give me $20 out the check. So I can eat on at work. That's what he does. Because he's the type of person, you know, he don't really want to deal with the paying of the bills part. He just let me handle that. So he give me the fucking check, like, you know, or sometimes he might keep $50 or $100 out of his check because he don't really do anything. If that's what he wants to do, then that's fine. But ain't no way in the hell, because the juice man go to work and he paying all the bills and all this type of stuff, and he gonna sit there and come and tell me, look, I don't want you to work no more. I don't want you to work. The only thing I want you to do is sit in this motherfucking house and make videos. I cuss this motherfucking ass. Nigga, is you stupid? Okay, do you think I have stupid written on my motherfucking forehead? Because I would have to be a stupid motherfucker to sit there and quit my damn job. No, and my thing is this, another thing that I don't like about that situation, like I said, if a man wants to be the breadwinner, he can do that. But in this economy, you never know. Shit happens every fucking day. Motherfucking jobs closed. Shit that you would have never thought would have closed. Okay. Kmart been open all these goddamn years. Kmart going out of business. Okay. Kmart going out of goddamn, but you got all these companies that laying people off. All this type of stuff. There is no way in hell I would want to have one income coming in and out of my house unless I had to. Okay, now if I have little children, babies, you know, maybe 1 or 2 year olds or something like that, and daycare is, you know, going to be more than I'm going to be making at work, then yes. That is the only exception for me. You know, I can't speak for nobody else, but that is the only exception for me. But if I am able-bodied, my children are at school, okay, my children are at school and I want to work, and plus we broke, but you don't want me to go to work? It's something right in that fucking water. What I want you to do, family, please, if you made it to the end of this video, okay, if you have any advice for her, basically, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on a man only wanting his woman to sit in the house and basically be, shit, I ain't even say housewife, a fucking hermit. Okay, because he goes out, he's able to do whatever the hell he wants to do, when and how he wants to do it. But he wants you to sit at the house. He don't want you to work, even though the kids at school, okay? Even though the kids at school, he don't want you to drive. He don't want you to do a damn thing, okay? And you want a job. Even though you tell him, look, baby, you can pay all the bills. Still, I just want this so I don't have to ask you for the little extra money that we do have to go and get my hair done or go get my nails done. I want to just get a little part-time job so I can go get my hair done or go get my nails done, and I have to ask you for that, and we can save that little extra money that we have for the hair and, you know, nails and all this stuff, and I can just use my little part-time money for that. But he tell you, no, you sit in the house. That's what I want you to do. Sit in the house. What do you think about that? Don't you think that sounds a little peculiar? Don't you think that sounds like a motherfucker who wants you in the house as a means to control you? That's what it sounds like to me. Because that don't sound like a person who wants to be the breadwinner when you ain't bringing in the fucking bread. Okay? And I shouldn't have to come to you and ask you to go buy me a fucking cheeseburger. You a grown ass woman. Okay? And if you want to go get you a cheeseburger, you shouldn't have to go to him, baby. Let me get $5 so I can go get me a cheeseburger. That ain't life. What type of person would want to live like that? So leave all of your advice and all that stuff in the comment section below. What do you think about men who want their wives to be housewives, even though, you know, in this economy and things like that, and you have grade A children, hell, even if you have babies, you know, if you have a career and you want to go back to work, but your husband tells you, baby, I want to be the breadwinner, I don't want you to work, okay? I just want you to sit at the house and do what you do. Be my wife. What do you think about that situation? Or are you the type of person like me who wants to make your own money even though you can let your husband be the breadwinner if you want to? Let me know what you think. What is your perspective on the situation? Also, like I said, if you're interested in winning this blazer, make sure you head on over to Thrifting Thick Chick. The link is always in the description box below. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.